My Kavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Araki Galadirth and head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Angmar in the north. Now, after the end of the previous episode, I requested all of you to suggest what you would do in the current situation against the three enemies we have, and we're done and not answering our SOS. Apologies that I did not burst into song in the last episode, given the title of it. And I've taken what you said on board, and I find myself actually in full agreement that because Bree is the weakest, they would be the easiest to defeat, and therefore we can expand our financial and economic base by taking the easy pickings from Bree. We'll then be able to overwhelm the Dunedain and the dwarves with significant finances, funds, and forces. It is therefore my plan to push primarily south and hit Bree. So Agendour, lieutenant of whatever he is, Mordor,
yes,
he and the army that is with him are going to now stand guard at Angsul and try and hold back the dwarves. Hunvorn the Chivalrous is going to play it a little bit more daringly and is going to head for Fornost. We will try and also stop the Northern Dunedain by taking one of their core centres, whilst our army here, Udrek the Wrathful, heads down and starts mopping up what Bree has been taking from us. That is our plan, and hopefully it will come to fruition. Now, if the Breeland army here attacks us and loses, which they almost certainly will, they've got dwarves in their army. I think the Breelanders may have chosen the mercenary side. It doesn't destroy any Dunedain that are currently in their army, but it doesn't stop them from training anymore, so perhaps. But let's get our spy back over here to see what's around the Bree lands. Now, we can beat the Bree land with, quite simply, we outclass them so heavily that even small armies will destroy them with very minimal losses, depending on my combat ability, which of course is not great, so we have to factor that for that. But anyway, we should be able to sweep through Bree very quickly and with ease, is the plan. First of all, of course, as our hand has just been forced by Ranger Captain Arafant. Now, we have got 5 bodyguard units in this army, which is a bit cheesy, but we are up against some of the Dunedain's best. You'll note they've got 2 units of Arthedain Knights and a unit of Arthedain Royal Guard, and those will be stopped if we take Fornost. Now, they will still also come from Anuminas and Barketa, but they will lose 1/3 of their recruitment locations.
I shall lead our forces.
So let's bloody well do it. Now, when you're watching this video, I have yet to go on Hollybobs, as we call it over here. And there are, in fact, 3 videos to come that I will still be in the country for. And then after that, I will then no longer be here. Something that I have chosen to do regarding Patreon with the second tier of support, the Banner Marshal, is rather than include your names at the end of these videos, I'm going to include them at the end of the Lorecast videos, the first of which is due this coming Monday, the 3rd of June. I've recorded it already, and that's when I'm going to set it to go up. What I will also do is those who do attain the high rank of Banner Marshal, or indeed those who support to that level, I will offer my thanks to you verbally at the start as well of the Lorecast. Now, the first episode will not give thanks to Mr. Brian Akers, who is indeed the first person to become a Banner Marshal. So it won't be in the first Lorecast, but the Lorecast thereafter you will find your name spoken if it hasn't already been, and then at the end of the video, all those who support shall be listed. Right, they attacked us. They've got some archers, but not masses and masses. The big problem really is their cavalry. But that's really the only hill to our advantage. This one's a long, slow slope, which isn't too good. But then it's nice open flat plain here, which always I find a little easier to manage my troops in. Do we want to use the safety of the trees? I've never been too sure. It's something about Medieval 2 I don't know, is if my archers are in the trees, do they only benefit, or do they also suffer firing out of forests as much as enemies do firing in? I'm not sure, but I'm going to choose the plain side. So we're going to go here. It's a bit of a hill, gentle though it may be. Oh, no, wrong way around. You guys are going over there. You fellows are going to come on that left-hand side because all three of you, I don't even know really who you are, but and then the archers will be coming at the back. But we will move everyone into positions a little more readily when we can. There we are. Right, so archers. Where's the best place? I think if we have the archers coming wide across like that. You fellows, who are not very many, but will do for now. Take yourselves to there. Generals to defend on that side, and you guys to defend on that side. And then we'll flank you around and use you as and when appropriate. We do have 49 Guardians of Kharndom, but we are, of course, up against a unit of the Royal Guard. One of the finest cavalry units in the entire game. And they've also got some Dunedain cavalry just there. They've got some Dunedain scouts, which will second as cavalry once they've finished shooting us. They're heavy infantry coming forward. Oh, they've got some steel bowmen. That's what we're going to have to use the Guardians on. Another unit of cavalry, and then again, as I say, there's the Royal Guard. So they've got a lot of cavalry. You're the archers. You go and start pestering them. It might jivvy them into action. I think our other cavalry, two other cavalry units, we will hold in reserve until we know the enemy's plan. I want to be able to hit the steel bowmen with the cavalry, but we don't need to. We don't want to charge in now because we'll get caught by their cavalry and we'll get trapped. Although, having said that, they are actually charging their archers ahead of their cavalry and their infantry. So we'll just burst through our line and hit those. Thank you very much. 4% of them is already dead. This is a really, really elite army of Dunedain. This is going to be a real challenge. Come on, Guardians, give me a really solid hit. There are 101 steel bowmen standing at the time of the charge. They killed about 20-ish. No, run! Oh, bugger. I'm not paying attention. Run away! Oh, no, we got the steel bowmen down quite a lot, actually. Nice. Right, get yourselves back up behind our line. Same with the cavalry. If they want to charge into our units, then bloody well let them. Lord Skuld will not suffer a charge easily with his shielded heavy infantry, and then he will massacre them if he can catch them in melee. Who's that coming around there? That's ours. That's alright. Break up that cavalry charge by just kind of getting in the way, please. Perfect. Acting like a buffer. Right, and then charge back in and hit them. Are you archers? No, you're the javelin troops, aren't you? Right, get yourselves ready. You're going to break through the centre. Charge yourselves out. They're hitting. Right. Cavalry then. Come down this flank here. Ah, the Royal Guard are here. The Royal Guard are here. Go! Ah, they don't have any targets. Right, curl around. You're on the flanks. There's the steel bowmen. Still 73 of them firing. Go for the Dunedain Rangers, not the steel bowmen. Guardians. Move into position. Right, once you've curled around enough, hit the bodyguards. Go for it. And best of luck to you. Get Skuld to go for the heavier units because he's armor piercing. Did you get them? Oh, nice charge. Very nice charge. Right, pull out. We've got their cavalry engaged, so we can keep this up. Our generals are taking the Royal Guard. With the aid of those javelin forces in there. Every hit is a help. And then the bodyguard. Charge again. Let's bring the bodyguard down. It'll do wonders for the line. Get yourselves involved before those... You try and stop the Royal Guard charging. What are we on? 37 plays 26. Now they do outmatch us, of course, in almost every theatre, but if we can just keep sort of hacking away.
Enemy general lies
Yes!
dead. That'll teach him to ride to war
Yes!
on a pony.
That will only help our cause. Right, pull out again and now hit the steel bowman. How many Arthur? Oh, not many cavalry left. 2-9 wardens there are routing. To me, Hillman! Pikes, get yourselves in. You guys, steel bowmen, you hit them too. The pikes are moving over to the cavalry. Royal Guard there. Have we got pikes there? Yes. Turn around and try and hit that Royal Guard. 65 steel bowmen still stand. Just as our line comes. And steel bowmen routing. Could you believe it? Dunedain cavalry not liking the Ruadar pikes that are bearing down upon them. Right. Their infantry, however, is doing a number on us. But we're going to go with the let's just utterly surround them tactic. Hopefully that'll be enough. Well, it made them think, but nothing really more. What's happening? 28 Royal Guard are coming. Guardians, go back for those Rangers. What have we got over there? Dunedain cavalry. Where's our other general? Get yourselves down there. You guys. Cavalry's in. 27 of them on the Dunedain Rangers. Not really doing out. Pull out. I think we've got this. But we are going to lose a few. All of you turn and hit the cavalry. Only send one general in that case. You guys go the other way. No, you're all about to get hit in the back. Hopefully he turned around at the right time.
Only half our force remains.
Oh, they have 2 units of Dunedain Rangers. Oh, that's disappointing. A noble death. No! Lord Skuld! No! Oh dear. These bloody Arthurdine knights. Hit that cavalry again, please. Ah, that cavalry's routing. Now we've got numbers. It's just whether or not these we can kill these knights. And those Royal Guard are just slaughtering us, even though there's pikes up against them now. Right, you're all done. Charge into that. You charge in as well. Nice.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Just bring them down. Get the cavalry back out to hit the Dunedain. "17 are running. Not routing, but running. Otherwise, everyone else is just kind of fighting, so we can focus on the cavalry at ×6. Wavering Rangers over there. Ah, they're all dead over here now. Well, one unit seems to be fighting on, but otherwise... Zoom out, or the cavalry's about to charge us again. Yep, they did. Go and hit that cavalry. Oh, that's disappointing. Hoonvorn still lives, though, but Skuld has just given his life.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
And now it is over. Only the Royal Guard to go. I don't think the Royal Guard can actually break, but the others can and have.
If we
Probably
continue
killed more
like
of our
this,
own there.
we will smash the enemy.
Pull back, let the archers get them. Ah, Angmar, whoever he is, has just fallen too. That's right, think of the money we free up. They just charged into pike units, head on. It's
This
over.
is a clear victory.
It's over! Yes! Ranger Captain Arafant has now paid the final price. Well fought though it was. Guardians of Kandom again taking 257 and the most kills. Now we are free to send what's left of Hunvorn's force south. Maybe not for Fornos then, given the Northern Dunedain just butt-whipped us. But perhaps instead to go and start harassing Bree. I'd very much like to get the army out of Imladris and get that to start doing something too. Because it's just draining our resources at the moment. A couple of people did suggest that I should sell Imladris. But I really don't want to. I'd really much rather hold it. Ah, we caught. Look at the ransom value of the steel bowman, 649. That's a lot of money if we were to give all of those people back. They actually accepted it. I didn't think they would. But that should be a large size. I'm just all over the place. That should be a sizable force of the Dunedain done. We should be able to press now into Bree's lands a little unchecked. Bree cannot stop us. The dwarves could give us a real run for our money, but the dwarves are bizarrely going for Barkaleg, but Agandau will chase him down and catch him unawares later on. Moria has beaten Bungo out. I don't think they're going to then come for him, lad, just anytime soon. So let's take what we can. Leave the conscripts. Are the men of Ruidau here? Oh, they are available. Just leave two of them then, they're the worst. The rest of you then. I should have...
Yes. We shall continue
there's Captain Adelard. Don't let him come into my lands, Moria. At least stop him.
Yes. Finish them!
Oh, we might go straight for Noffer.
My lord.
Right, what's left of your army will head.
An order.
Out.
Your order.
Yes. I'll rip off your head and as you command.
Yes, my
Why
lord.
are you so much slower than the rest of the army?
Honor. Making camp
Speed up, man.
My lord. Yes.
We are making money again with the death of those forces. Oh, and Athelin got dirt paths. Ingmar and Lord Skuld has died, and our new faction heir is now Lord Hunvorn, who is chivalrous, apparently.
Orders.
Right, so our options are Nofferaclaw is going to fall anyway, and then we are down into Amun Sul. But the next stop on our journey this way, we might as well go and see what's at Fornos, because we are only a stone's throw from it. It does get a large garrison, though, so ideally we want to be sieging it out for as long as possible. We've got plenty of sight range around Angsul, so we're not going to get snuck up on anytime soon. I think once Agandau's taken down the dwarves, though, we'll go back and get Gelebrin. And we'll hover around there to hold the dwarves at bay. But,
Your orders.
Moria seem to have been providing enough cover. And it does look like Bungo's going to go for Morvatarth, though. But maybe he'll head back to Nofferaclaw now that that's about to fall.
An order. I will
We may as well attack it.
Moving to crush the enemy.
Get it done and dusted. Should we see what the auto-resolve favours our chances as? 51. Yeah, I'll take that.
Such is the fate of all who oppose us.
It's only a village, so just simply
Victory!
occupy the thing.
These people now kneel before
Oh, we can
us,
train
my lord.
troops for that. Interesting that the conscripts are cheaper than the men of Ruidau. 1,500 gold coins. Well, thank you very much. Why do you hate me so much? You're partially my own culture. Don't understand that. But anyway, you've got conscripts training. We'll leave those behind.
We go no further.
Are you going to rebel?
today.
No, you should be alright. And with the conscripts as well in a moment, you'll be fine. Right, so there we are. We can see our lands again. We no longer border Bree at Morvatarth, but whether Bungo goes on anyway will be a pain in the neck. We'll have to send Erdrek over, I suppose. Otherwise, we'll head south and take Amun Sul. So actually, if we pool our forces together... No. Do head for Fornos. We can't be snuck up on by the Dunedain, which is almost certainly what will happen if we allow them to. Could get an army there, but we don't really get enough money for that. We need to kill Captain Tommy, but he's out of our range. Anyway, for now, let's end the turn. Ah, Ostul. Everywhere seems ripe for the picking. Did you see the garrison of Bree? To call it a garrison is to do it a gross overservice.
The enemy lays siege to our people.
Why have they just attacked Athelin with what looks to be 1 battalion of men? Our Western army stands less than a day's walk from you. What are you hoping to achieve, you fools? We shall see. When I come back from Sicilia, by the way, it'll be sometime around sort of the end of June. I will have quite a sizable developer diary. I may have to split it into 2, actually, because so much has gone on since I last did one. So there'll be a good couple of those to look forward to when I return. I also want to work out a way to, alongside the lore casts, also continue with the kind of DaC lore overview videos that I was also doing. Because I was enjoying those. And we'll get a couple of units there, and then he might think twice about that.
Orders.
The dwarves do not know where they're going, do they? They are just running around. I'll queue up whatever I can, and if you can retrain as and when.
Your orders, my lord.
The army stands ready.
An order.
Keep chasing down the dwarves just for now.
Yes.
Bree has stalled on the border, but Moria is not concerned with
my
chasing them. Very disappointing. Your army is not that great, really, is it? But if it were to merge with Erdrek's army, then we've got a force worth talking about.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Moria.
We shall continue.
Together, as brothers in arms, we shall take the fight back to these simple farmer folk.
Yes.
Right, let's get Captain Tommy running away. Are you a unit of...
We shall slaughter them, my lord.
I'm not sure we should have lost 12 men, but they are archers. We would have lost something.
Victory!
Captain Ray's coming, and he's got an army. He's got bloody dwarves with him. But yeah, if you two can merge together and then meet in Ostsul, we'll take that down. Lord Hoonvorn, you are going to have to return, because Athelin won't hold against Bornivdor. What was his name, sorry? Bornivdor.
Orders. To battle, lads.
But Bornivdor doesn't really fancy it. Ah, you're the units that we just captured, aren't you?
Raise our banner.
And you think you're good enough to take us back? I'm going to save it. I'm going to auto. But if it's bad, I'm going to reload and fight it. 191, that's quite a lot for what was there, isn't it? Don't know. Casualties sustained. Iron Crown Longbowman took 50 hit. Angmar archers. Almost all of it was archers. No, I don't mind actually. I will hold it. Execute them this time.
Your enemies lie to be gone.
So our army decided to have a bit of an archer off and soundly lost. By the looks of that.
Orders.
You are going to have to hang around here for a while because
Yes. We have marched our
the
limit.
Dunedain aren't strong enough to take it, but they've got enough to annoy and pester us. It's the Dwarven army that is trouble.
And spit on your neck. Yes.
We should attack that really and get it done, then we can move out, take Meren and head. So let's do it. Hanar is not going to attack us, let's be honest, and we don't want to have him running around forever and a day. So we'll fight the dwarves ourselves. We have 500 extra men than them.
Mercy. Kill them all.
But that is unlikely to count for much in this trying time. Now, they do have Ballister crews, but we've got 51 Guardians of Kharndom. Yes, this is going to be a fun battle. Alright, let's just build an army down the middle and go down the middle. So, everyone that would stand in the front line, come and stand together. Don't be on defensive mode. And don't be running away if you can, but you can't, so it's fine. You run away, they don't. You guys group together, stand behind. Our 3 generals. Oh, always group them for. Oh, we have 2 units of Guardians of Kharndom. I didn't even notice. Oh dear. Sometimes they call me the inattentive and inobservant general, but other times they call me extremely unobservant. Right, go and form a line. Cavalry, get yourselves out there right away. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Why are they always the wrong way round on the cards? No, you do want to both go that way, actually, because the ballister crews are both over that side. Got one each. Blood and iron! Go for it. Oh, simultaneous wrecking of the enemy ballister crew. Oh, that was sweet and delicious and wonderful to watch, was it not?
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Let's pull our army in positions and ready. The enemy is going to come for us now. We've enraged them. 17 ballister crews remain there. Right, kill as many as you can before we pull you out. Right, pull out now. Pull out now. 2 of the crew live in that one, 10 in that one, which means they'll fire again, annoyingly. Do they not have any archers whatsoever? Pikemen, militia, pikemen, swordmen. No, we can't see those ones, but have they got bows? No. So no, they have no archers. They stand totally alone against us. They've got pikemen moving in to protect their ballister crew, though. You're ready to fire your axes, are you not? The trick here is going to be to surround them as often as we can. Alright, you cut back in and hit that ballister crew. Or actually, you move up there. Do hit that ballister crew, though, because they are going to shoot back at us. Couldn't help but notice you didn't really charge. You just kind of meandered in. Right, is the ballister crew dead?
The battle is very much in our favour.
Because
Victory will be ours.
We can twin you up against these Firebeard warriors. I want to avoid the pikes for as long as possible. Right, there we are. Turn and hit them, and that'll get rid of those. Are you throwing your axes already? Give them what for, lads! And away they go. Didn't seem to kill anyone, but that's by the by. Right, the enemy comes. Get yourselves out, maces and all. I think you've absolutely ruined that battalion. Well done.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Right, now head up to our line. It is an honor to hold the banner of the Witch King. Right, now come and hit and support the line. Which is doing what it can to outmaneuver the enemy, but there's a blooming lot of them. There's a lot of aerodynamism there.
The enemy general lies dead.
Ah, the enemy general is dead. Then every time we hit someone, they will essentially run away. This is going to be a massacre, I think. Go for that one, actually, because that one is looks like gonna break on its own. Yes, as expected. Long-winded swordsmen fighting to the death. Get yourselves over here. Don't get caught by those pikes. Do not get caught by those pikes.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Have you guys killed those? Oh, there's 34 left, but they're soon to be routing. Right, you hit that militia. You hit those Firebeard warriors. Oh, they're all routing. Their whole army is going down. Ceasefire. What is left? Some Eredlu and pikemen. Right. Pull yourselves out. You guys. No, let some get away. We need to constantly send the message back to our hated enemy that to come against us is to court and flirt with death. There's only some pikes left. And they're going to just slowly walk towards us. And so our archers, if you could expend every last arrow you now have, I'd like to see them dead before they reach us. $125. They're getting quite a few in the volley, probably mostly the Iron Crown Legion longbowmen. The 35th Legion of Kharndom. Coupled with the 36th. They're turning away. That's not in the script. Get back here and face me like men.
Behold how our cowardly foe... This is a clear victory.
117 men lost, 1,342 taken down, 204 kills, Guardians of Kharndom. Closely followed by Guardians of Kharndom. This isn't really a lesson in that Angmar are as good as the dwarves or that I'm any kind of astounding general. As almost all of you watching this will know, this is purely a lesson that Medieval 2 cavalry is hella OP when used correctly. And arguably the best way to counter cavalry is to make sure you have a general with every army. The cavalry there is not winning necessarily because the charge is so OP. Whilst granted that is a solid proportion of their victory, they're winning so easily because there's no general to stop the morale hit that the cavalry brings. It's almost the fear of cavalry that's better than the cavalry's ability in truth. Well, goodness gracious, we caught a lot of them there. I'm so tempted to ransom that for 3,000.
Such is the fate of all who
I've done it.
us.
Because that army now is not going to be any kind of threat. They've got no support for quite a while, and we get 3,000 gold coins out of it, which is delightful. And, Angsul, have you got an armory? No. I'd really like you to build on. No, I would not. I'd like you to build the castle and upgrade, please. Anyway, Overlord Agendau is now free to move around on that side.
Erecting a watchtower.
We've erected a watchtower. Now, children.
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
And everything else is... I'm really hoping Moria deals with Bungo. They've pushed him all the way back to Cameth Bryn. Moria just has massive armies, but doesn't seem to be doing anything with them. But once we knock back on the doors of Ostsul and retake our fort, which we've had some spies living in since we owned it, I think we will be able to actually sweep Bree away relatively easily. We just have to really hope that this coincides with a bit of a breather from the dwarves. But we've got the dwarves banged to rights, I think. And when the army that's based in Kharndom is retrained as well, that's some good experienced troops coming back to the front lines.
Your will, my lord.
Speaking of troops on the front lines, move those to Angsul.
We'll make camp here.
Everything else needs to retrain, doesn't it? So, and we can't at the moment. I'm not really bothered about wargs. Have you got the highest tier hillman? Yes, you have. Good. Could get an army barracks from here as well and get our finest, the Northgarden Darkblades, but it's bloody costly. We can chuck it in case we ever get a big hit of money. Then it will build.
We go no further today.
Otherwise, we're going to get money now, not by building up in our existing towns, but rather by expanding and claiming other people's towns. Do we want a Great Hall in Imladris, really? Not anymore, given that it's no longer going to be as important as it was before. So I'll take that away, actually. I would welcome a shrine there, maybe, or is somewhere got something a bit more economical? Oh, a herbalist, that's cool. I'm thinking farming there, to be honest, with our 2,000 gold coins. Or communal farming in Litash. That's not what I wanted to click on, is it? Settlement details. Oh, we can't build it now anyway. Our clicking has built something somewhere. That's alright, that's fine by me. Right, well, I think what I'm going to do is end the episode there. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And I do hope you are enjoying the campaign. I certainly am. And until we speak again, dear friends, look forward to something new coming tomorrow. New-ish to the channel. Not really that new, but I bloody enjoyed recording it. I hope you do it too. And then the very day after that, of course, is my first lorecast of The Rise of Numenor. But you've covered Numenor before, Galu. Yes, I have. And I only kind of really worked that out after I'd done all of the research again and written down my notes. So by that point, I was too far over the waterfall to turn back to learn that I'd already gone over it once. We just go over it again, shall we? But anyway, that's all. So until we speak again, Navair Naden Perimad Melonin, and farewell.